Hello, you're listening to the Bearded Synergy podcast. My name is Greg.
Ha! Heard you been talking shit. I'm gonna cut your balls, you ungrateful piece of shit.
Gavin, and I'm joined by my co-host Joe.
Licked me like a dying camel.
Nelson. Joe, what are we going to talk about today?
I want to talk about some BS on the podcast. Can we get a mic check? So give it up for your co-host Joe and Greg as they lay it down like a penis on your leg. And talk about that nerd shit insurgent. Don't be late because the content is spoon-fed food on your plate. It's synergy. Name a team in history that conquers these topics like black getting beat by Listerine. I want to talk about some BS. Well, Greg, how about let's get into October stuff?
Yeah. Sneak preview into what we're excited about, what's coming in Netflix.
All the goods, all the bads.
Hulu, TV, video games, the shit we talk about, just what's coming. It's a busy month. Got candy corn and pumpkin spice being an aphrodisiac, I guess, and
razor blades being
all
in Snicker
that going
bars.
on. Yeah.
Or at least memes about razor blades being in Snicker bars. Either way.
There's a lot. So, big things, obviously. Joker's coming out. I know we're planning on seeing that, and we're going to...
Yeah,
do you want to talk about it on here?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Or?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah. Well, at least we can talk. I mean, number one, that's one of the biggest things coming out of October. But
yeah, so next week we're going to cover the Joker.
Yeah,
in the
review.
So, spoilers, heads up, a week ahead. So,
which
that'll be fun. Hopefully we wear our bulletproof vests and all that while we go. And
I'm just gonna show up in a giant turtle shell, just retract the second something happens. No, I don't. It's weird to me. I don't get the alarm. Like, I mean, I get it because the culture has turned into what it's turned into, and it's just immensely just normalized. But can't movies just be about fucking movies? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was that interview where they interviewed Joaquin Phoenix, the guy that's playing him, saying, like, how he'd feel if there was a shooting because of the movie and he, like, walked out of the interview.
Yeah, I would have done the same. How you gonna...
And he came back and said that people need to be responsible for their own actions at a certain point. If you keep making excuses for people like, oh, you played that game, you're a murderer. You watch this movie, you're a murderer. You're giving people excuses instead of facing who they are.
Yeah, don't reassign blame. There's no point in doing it.
Pull a little Michael Jackson and look at the man in the mirror. He molests children. Or he's accused of molesting children.
Yo, to be fair though, he came out with a game in the 80s. It's called Michael Jackson Moonwalk or Moonwalker or some shit like this.
Yeah.
You go around. You go around. You save children in the middle of the night in bad neighborhoods from like fucking robots and which is weird.
Yeah.
And then there's a special button. There's a special move you can do where Michael Jackson just starts dancing, and then everybody dances with him, and then all your adversaries die. I'm like, this game is fucking wild. Playing the game, I was like, yo, he definitely touched some kids. I was like, this show's all about just grabbing children. I'm like, what the fuck?
I remember when I was watching that documentary on Hulu, the
Finding Neverland or some shit.
Yeah, it's Leaving Neverland.
Yeah.
And I was talking about it with my friend, and he was saying, well, I'm not going to watch that. And then he wanted me to watch that Ted Bundy documentary instead. Like, Jesus Christ.
The Zac Efron one?
No, this is the documentary.
Oh, the documentary.
Itself. I was like, well, here, I'll tell you about it. And I'm talking about some of the scenes they describe. He's like, shut up. Just shut up. I don't want to hear about it. Just shut up. And I'm like, it's gross. I'm like, it's important to at least hear them out. I mean, it's not like we're the judges or anything, We're not going to be the ones giving out money or anything, so. Some radio stations stopped playing his music for a little bit, and I think they're playing it again, though.
See, I'm one of the people
I have no problem separating the art from the person. Because to me, and, you know, being in the creative world, you have to separate them both. What's a fucking Smooth Criminal came on yesterday in my car. Fuck, I turned that fucking volume up. Listen to it. But I can't say he didn't do it. But I'm not gonna not listen to the music. That, and, you know, Chris Benoit thing. The thing is that he's not in any top 10 discussion is just it's wrong to the world of wrestling. As a human being, you know, piece of shit. You know, you don't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as a wrestler, he's just on top of his game. You can't fuck with the dude. He was technically sound. One of the best submission. They gave Daniel Bryan the crossface. And I was like, what the that's Chris's move. Like, that was a sacred thing for me. Yeah, so wow. People need to calm the fuck down. Especially if you have if you have a gun going into a populated area. Calm the fuck down. Go home, smoke some reefer, figure that shit out.
For the case of Michael Jackson, I would say he was in and out of court like twice for it. And
dancing on top of a fucking limousine.
They kind of missed their chance to tell the truth. According to them, they were in love with him. So they thought it was a relationship, like, legitimately.
There was no reason to be in love with him at that year as a child. This is a decade removed from his best work.
You mentioned his musical career.
That whole thing is that whole scenario is ridiculous.
If it was in the 80s, yes, you should have been in love with him.
You know, kids are gonna walk up dressed like him. Sign my fucking Halloween bag.
Ooh, Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, what are you going as for Halloween this year?
To work. I'm going as a machine operator.
I'm thinking of going as Greta Thunberg because apparently she scares the shit out of adults.
Who is this?
She's that 16-year-old Swedish girl that went to that climate thing, and she's like,
"This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?"
She's a little girl that spoke to all these world leaders at this conference, and now Donald Trump is tweeting about her saying, you know, how garbage she is, and Fox News is saying how she's like actually like a horrible person. And then you got people on the other side saying that, well, if you think 16-year-olds can care about the earth, then you shouldn't be mad about Jeffrey Epstein having sex with children. And it's like, where the fuck did you go from that?
How is that fucking relevant?
Yeah. So because she's mad at Donald Trump, people are sexualizing her as a child, and it's just really weird. But people are like afraid of her for some reason. And this person,
here's the thing. I'm glad you bring this up, because the things like this are the very reason why I stay far the fuck away from the news. What the fuck does it do anymore? It doesn't tell us what's important. It doesn't bring up important things. It's just like watching a fucking television show. It's just TV. Fuck it.
Going on Reddit every day and you see like, Donald Trump's going to be impeached. Donald Trump's going to be impeached. You know, after all the things he's done, he's not going to get impeached. It's just not going to happen. Even
every
if Congress is going to
does terrible fucking things. Every president.
I try to get in like logical debates, like with my family on Facebook, which is a really bad thing to do, especially about politics. But
yeah, my mom's a Trump supporter, but I'm not. So it's we just don't bring it up with each other as much anymore.
I think more than anything, it's just you were already on that side of the line, and that's who your team made your captain. And
No,
it's
see,
like, like, all right, that's what my team's going for. I'm going to follow this guy for now.
no,
'Cause
not. Yeah, that's the thing. I guess for me, I don't associate with that or relate to that idealism.
I
But
mean,
yeah, that is the problem with the populace as a whole. Everybody's just they stuck to their guns in a stubborn, wrong way. There's no flexibility. Me, I just don't trust anybody in federal government.
it's a good decision.
I've read too much.
For example, Obama, when he was in power, was deporting just as many Latin Americans and all this shit back home. No one said a word about it. Donald Trump does it, and everyone loses their mind. Now, granted, he's keeping kids in cages, so it's a bit different.
Well, I mean, Obama was dropping, and I voted for Obama twice.
Yeah, Obama, Obama was bombing ISIS so bad.
Yeah, he was dropping. The drones were insane. There were drone strikes all the time.
There were children hospitals being hit like by collateral damage, and they just ignored it.
Just the word collateral damage,
and
it's just wrong.
People tend to keep one ear closed when it comes to their side, but when the other one's in power, then they get mad. When I think if you're going to complain about one side, at least have the nerve to stand up to your own side when you see them doing something wrong.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
I
the
think
first
you
one to
could
call
talk
bullshit on
and
anybody.
be critical. So, but that's my 2 cents on that. But yeah, I'm going to go as Greta Thunberg or probably T-Rex, because those are like my favorite videos on the planet. Are like when people dress up like those T-Rexes and do like household chores, like taking out the garbage.
I gotta say, I actually have one of those costumes, the T-Rex costumes. I got it for Christmas.
I want one. I'm gonna do it. I'll probably be that.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
People might try to have sex with me if I'm Greta Thunberg for some reason, because apparently that's a thing. Well, all right. You want to talk about Spider-Man? What's going on in the news?
Yeah. This is
more of our domain. Sorry, we got a little controversial there. Well, guess what?
No, I mean,
if you're offended, then you're on the right podcast, because that's kind of our angle.
Yeah,
I guess.
we're always gonna say something that'll piss somebody off. But I mean, to be fair, I disagree with a lot of people's words, so I can't blame anybody. The thing about Spider-Man is, I'm very happy with this deal. All I really wanted was closure on the trilogy. That's all I wanted. And I think what they adjusted the numbers to, they adjusted the numbers to Disney will provide 25% of what it takes for the budget. In return, they increased from 5% to 25% on profit after the fact in your sales. I think it's a very compromising deal. I'm happy that it's really just one movie and then another feature in a future film. And there's also flexibility between this iteration of Spider-Man happened between the MCU and the Spideyverse that Sony is drawing up. So I think they came out winners.
Yeah. For those that don't know what we're talking about, back in the summer, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies that are involved in the Avengers and all that is made by Disney, because Disney bought out Marvel itself, the film studios, but Spider-Man is still owned by Sony. And Sony made a deal with Disney.
But Disney also had Spider-Man's animated deal for quite some time. So it was really just the big motion films.
Yeah. So Sony was allowing Disney to use Spider-Man in their movies. And after the second movie, Far From Home, they went back to the table to negotiate, and the deal fell apart, and it became public that Tom Holland's Spider-Man was now removed from the MCU, the Avengers, Endgame, Infinity War, Captain America, all that. And everyone was upset. And now just recently they renegotiated, and now he'll be back in for one more main movie and one more kind of like as a guest, kind of like Civil War, where he just kind of shows up.
Yeah, an appearance.
Or like a team-up movie. And then it's
a lot
likely
of people
they'll
are
just
saying,
go. They'll probably just keep going like that, like film by film. Okay, we'll let you do this. Okay, this. And so
no,
on.
I see. I don't know. Because if you do that, do you have the entire Sony universe popping over to the MCU to make the continuity stick?
Kevin Feige says he has 5 years of movies planned out already.
I give that guy so much fucking credit.
It'll be interesting to see how they plan around this very unstable deal they have with Sony and Spider-Man. But I'm a little cynical about it, where Spider-Man's Far From Home is coming out in a couple days, on the 1st.
Yeah.
And a few days prior, they announced, oh, hey, there's going to be a sequel to that. Me being me, I think they're doing it for attention, but
did they really need attention? I mean, it's Sony's highest grossing film ever.
Yeah,
Far From Home did so incredibly well in the box office.
That's the
there's no way that a future film in this series would have done poorly. I mean, it's no Dark Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's going from Apocalypse to Dark Phoenix. It's quality work. And the whole thing felt childish to me. Just the studios being like, I want to keep playing with this toy. No, it just felt like two studios just bicker for a moment, and then realizing, hey, for business, the smartest thing is to just do this fucking film.
By the sound of it, the initial breakup was from the big bosses, like the Japanese side of Sony and the big wigs at Disney, and they're more just on the money talk. I don't know if Amy Pascal is still involved with Sony, but she was a big reason why they made the deal.
Yeah, she is, and she's her name was dropped during the announcement of the new deal.
Yeah, because
she's going to be producing the next one.
I heard she was kicked downstairs after that Sony hack.
Yeah,
and then I heard her name again with this deal. So I'm like, is she involved still? Because she's been very pro Disney.
The Pascal films produced or had production credits in the first two movies and are announced for the next movie. So she has been a part of this series from the moment they signed that contract for Civil War.
Yeah, so Amy Pascal from Sony's side and Kevin Feige, who's the head of Marvel films right now, are kind of the two big gears that are keeping this together. So hopefully they could keep that together. Otherwise, there's news about Jonah Hill joining the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman movie, though it's unclear what he's doing, but most people seem to be guessing the Penguin or the Riddler. From what I heard, they're having him play opposite of Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he's going to be or would be the antagonist.
Yeah,
depending on if he gets his money or not. What a bold move to just come and say, "I want double."
Yeah, whatever Batman is making this movie, I want to make double if I'm going to be in this movie.
Ridiculous.
It's still kind of unclear on whether he'll be in the movie or what he's playing, but if he's flopping his dick on the negotiation table about making more than Robert Pattinson, I don't know. It might be a deal breaker. Because, who gives a shit? But maybe he does.
Immediately imagine the tension on set. Who knows if there'll be tension or not. Robert seems like a calm cat, but, his first day, he's going to be that guy that demanded double. And I wouldn't even want somebody like that in my picture creatively. If I asked you to come in on this in this franchise that's beloved, and the biggest thing you say in the first impression is, I want double Batman?
Say Robert Pattinson has a bad day filming, and then Jonah Hill's like, see, this is why you pay me the money. Or what if Jonah Hill has a bad day and Robert Pattinson's like,
why the fuck did you pay him that money?
it's already driving a wedge. So, I mean, hopefully they figure that out.
Are you interested in seeing him in a Batman flick?
He's good. He's got range. I mean,
he does. I never really got disappointed watching his movies. I mean,
if it's going to be a detective movie, I think the Riddler would be better suited for that environment.
Oh, absolutely.
Where the Penguin's a little more goofy. But, maybe they'll make him a little more serious like in the Gotham show. Or maybe
where he's cunning at least.
Maybe they'll be like the Tim Burton movies with like wind up penguins, a weaponized umbrella, and all this shit.
And biting off somebody's fucking face. I don't know if I want to see a penguin right now.
The Telltale games did a penguin pretty good.
Did they?
Yeah, he's more not all short and stubby and all that. He's like a tech genius. He's involved in all these gangs. He has these drones that go around and shit and
legitimize him a little bit.
Yeah. In that game, he's still like a gun runner and a weapons specialist, but he's not a short little, prick. Like a weird hocus pocus nose or whatever. Is there anything else you want to talk about, like news-wise, or?
What else is there news of?
Really just politics, but I'd rather not get into more of that. There's enough of that going on.
There's so much of it going on.
Too much.
Well, there's a lot going on in October, too. It's a busy month.
It is busy. It's usually busy, especially like premiere-wise and all that, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the first of the 4 big holidays in a row,
All right, I'll start off with what's coming to Netflix. This is all October 1st for the next while. I'll tell you when it's October 2nd. We got Carmen Sandiego Season 2. That's the Netflix reboot. Nikki Glazer, Banin. Sounds like a stand-up special. I'm not familiar. 93 Days. AMI. Along Came a Spider. Ain't that the movie with Morgan Freeman?
Yes, it is. Yeah. It's an Alex Cross movie.
Yeah, I never saw it, but I saw the cover.
It's pretty good. I like it.
You got Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2.
Ooh, they making a third one too.
Yeah, they're making a new one. Martin Lawrence looks like he's been just stunned by bees his entire life.
yeah, he's definitely. If he was a pufferfish, his shit is expanded.
Yeah.
The trailer looks funny though.
Yeah.
And it looks like
It'll be fine.
Did a good job at aging everything. Things make sense.
Yeah. A lot of people I've heard or listened to are like, it looks like garbage. It's just explosions and shit. And it's
what
like,
the fuck was the second one about and the first one?
That's the whole point. That's the movies.
That's 90s action movies.
No one wants to see
explosions.
If you make the third Bad Boys movie and it's about, like, say, you got Benedict Cumberbatch in it and he's teaching a nursing home how to do, like, Chinese pottery, no one's going to want to watch that. People that go to Bad Boys 3 want Martin Lawrence, Will Smith saying one-liners, walking away from explosions.
That's at least they're not driving a car from one tower to the other one.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. All right, then we got Blow. Bring It On. Nice. Ghost, Season 1.
Did you say Bring It On?
Yeah, Bring It On, Ghost, Season 1. No idea. Charlie's Angels and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. Yeah, whatever. I'm probably going to cut through some of this. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. Good Burger.
Nice.
Classic Nickelodeon stuff. Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. Wasn't that just taken off last month?
One of them was. Maybe it was... No. Yeah, we've talked about this.
Yeah. That's weird. Why'd they take it off just to put it back on? Maybe they made a deal, after it went out.
Refresh interest.
Men in Black 2, Moms at
Okay.
War, Ocean's 13, and Ocean's 12. Weren't those already on there?
Well, those are on Hulu right now.
Okay, so those are on Hulu, and now they're on Netflix. Okay. One Direction, This Is Us. Not that's the title of the whatever it is. It's One Direction, colon.
Oh,
This
it's
Is
not.
Us.
It's not the show.
Not the show. No. Rugrats in Paris, the movie. What is that?
Yeah.
That's like a reverse Home Alone, I guess. I'm guessing. Never saw it.
You've never seen Rugrats?
I've seen Rugrats, but not Rugrats in Paris.
I've seen it, but it must have been 2 decades ago.
God,
I know the tape was orange.
Well, no, that was the original movie.
The tape's not orange for the second movie?
I never even knew they had a second movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first one was orange. The VHS tape was colored orange.
Yeah, I think all Nickelodeon ones did that.
Yeah, with like the mechanized Reptar vehicle, and where
Reptar was
they
dope.
have that baby. Yeah.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah.
Yeah. Ooh, ee, ooh, turn. What do you mean, mate? We got Scream 2, Sin City. Oh, that's cool. Supergirl, Superman Returns. Ain't that like one before Henry Cavill where they shoot the guy's eye in slow motion?
Yeah, that's I think that's Christopher Reeve's Superman.
No, there was the Christopher Reeves one, and then they had that one in like the mid 2000s. That was like a one-off.
Did they?
The only thing
I
I
gotta
really
tell you, I'm not a Superman fan, so I don't.
Yeah, I mean, Superman's fine, but I'm not big on it. Superman's cool if you do it well, but if he's just like how they did him in Justice League, where he just comes in and just all the threat is gone, and he just one-handedly like beats the shit, out of everybody.
Yeah,
It's just like, ugh. It's
I
done
really
well.
I really like Man of Steel.
That's not a bad movie.
That was fantastic. But yeah, Superman as a whole, I guess he's too clean for me,
The thing with Superman is it's more about learning what it is to be human and the things they could do to you that you love.
Yeah,
It's
the whole
not
thing
so
about
much that even though he's more or less invulnerable, there's still ways you can hurt him through his feelings. So,
yeah, that's the whole thing about Batman and Superman is an ideal human, but Batman's an actual, Bruce Wayne is an actual human, but he just doesn't know what it's like to be a human being. And that's where that contrast comes from. But
the only thing that really
bugs
me about that Man of Steel movie is like the color schemes. It's I don't know. It's just too gray. It's one of those movies that just kind of gives me a headache after a while. I mean, all in all, I liked it, but
yeah, it's a darker tone.
Yeah,
but that's been what's plaguing them. That was that Deadpool 2 joke. You're so
Zack
dark.
Snyder.
I guess maybe they just saw what Christopher Nolan was doing and was like, that worked. What if we make it darker?
Literally changed the color scheme and all that, and all in all, it was fine. But
I like
too
the
much
story.
Slow motion is a turn off for me.
Well, the narrative of it is what kept it driving for me. It felt like I was watching an actual I hate when people say it, but it's kind of true. Like when a superhero movie is like an actual movie, like a dramatic, like a plot serving movie where you feel shit from as a human being. It's not just like look at these really good special effects, but there's depth in there. It's not even close to a Logan, but something where man, this is an interesting character study. Watching how this fucking unfolds.
Yeah. All right, then we got a pretty big tonal change. Surf's Up, that Penguin movie where they surf.
Yeah.
And then The Bucket List.
Love it.
It's a good movie.
Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Oh yeah.
The Flintstones. I think
John
this
Goodman?
is the movie. The Flintstones are like John Goodman and is that Rick Moranis?
I remember his haircut.
That plays Barney.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like it. He's been out of movies for a while, but God, that must have been like around when he quit because that was pretty late. That was like late 90s. Flintstones and the Flintstones at Vivo Rock Vegas.
Yeah.
That one I remember. That ZZ Top line was the only thing I remembered about it. Where they're like, Viva Las Vegas. It's like, okay. Is this why you made the movie? Just to have this song?
Pretty much.
In your movie? Like,
yeah, I remember just turning it. I remember finding the remote to turn it off.
I saw that in theaters for some reason as a kid.
Oh, wow.
Maybe they thought I would like it, but...
You're like, what is this shit?
Yeah, when that song came on, I distinctly remember having that thought, oh, wow, they literally just did that for the song. Wow. The Pursuit of Happiness, the Rugrats movie, the original. Okay, so that's on there. The Time Traveler's Wife. Ooh. Troy, probably that Brad Pitt, Orlando Bloom movie.
Yeah.
October 2nd. Rotten
it wasn't too bad.
2. Living Undocumented. Not sure what those are.
If it's captured on film, isn't it already documented? How are you living undocumented if it's all documented?
I'm not sure.
What is that? What do they mean?
Maybe living like the Winnebago Man, where you're living in the middle of the woods trying to escape from the media.
But there's a camera crew there. You didn't do a good job. They found you.
Hey.
They literally found you, and 9 times out of 10, you asked them to find you, or else you wouldn't have signed the papers to be in the project. Yeah. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like BoJack Horseman, the first season, where he wants to make a biography because he thinks he's so important, but he doesn't want to write. And then they hire that ghostwriter, and then he's like, God damn it. I don't actually want this to be like a realistic piece of me. You realize that, right? I love that show. Big Mouth season 3, October 4th. That's that John Mulaney, Nick Kroll show, isn't it?
I don't know, but I'm kind of interested now.
John Mulaney, I like. Nick Kroll kind of irks me. I don't know. He's
it has nothing to do with his weird fucking face. It has everything to do with his weird fucking.
It's got nothing to do with his face. Super Monsters season 3. That sounds like a kid show. Ooh, Peaky Blinders season 5. I'm excited for that.
I need to watch that.
It's pretty good. This new season has got Aidan Gillian in it. He plays a Lord Baelish in Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
A Littlefinger. Yeah, it's got
which he was in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes. Cillian Murphy plays the main guy, and he's like in London, and it's more or less like a mafia thing.
Yeah, isn't
but in
Tom
London,
Hardy in that?
And it's I don't recall. I watched up to like season 2, but it's been a while. I was watching Peaky Blinders up until I notoriously lost the internet, and I haven't started it back up since. But from what I saw, I liked it. So I'll probably hop back on that. The Spooky Tale of Captain Underpants sounds like a Halloween bit if you got kids.
Or just like Captain Underpants.
Yeah. October 11th, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring that up on the podcast now, or do you want to keep it? Well, we might as well say it. If we don't want it, we can cut it out.
No, I mean, fucking let's promote. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to do a review, and I don't know, are we going to review the series in the same episode? Or, I mean, no one's going to be listening to the El Camino episode if they haven't already seen Breaking Bad, so it kind of works out. So I'm excited for that, and I've been rewatching the series. I'm up to, so I got a couple weeks yet, so that'll be good. I know you're probably pretty excited because you talked about Breaking Bad a lot.
I'm so excited. I'm unbelievably excited. I'm finishing up season 1 right now. I overslept today because I was watching a lot of it last night.
I was too, yeah, but I'm up to like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. regardless, so I was kind of on my routine schedule. But
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. It was the first one is like, as I was reaching a maturing mind as a human, like the first dramatic show that really just fucking engulfed me. Like this, it show just such a fantastic job of making you feel particular ways for the characters. And everything is just fine tuned, and the everything buttons up and gets resolved. It was resolved as it could throughout the series, but such a fantastic job writing. And the metaphor is scattered throughout. All of it is just good work. It's just good. I love that fucking show.
Yeah, it's a very intelligent show, the way it's written and handled, and there's layers on top of layers, like even the camera angles they do and the things they catch, it's all very purposeful. Especially when you rewatch it, you can see a lot of it. It's like, oh, okay, I see that.
Yeah. What I feel is probably underrated about this show is their use for music.
Yeah.
Like they don't oversaturate it by always having particular, like just like drowning it in songs, but like a Grey's Anatomy type deal where they're just shoving sad songs in your face the whole fucking time. But just the ending credits where you're leaving the show, or particular scenes when they bring a number in, it all just works tastefully to what they're trying to convey. God damn it. And it I never wanted to care about science before this too.
Yeah, that's one thing that took me out of Smallville was at the end of the episodes, they'd play like generic early 2000s rock song or a ballad at the end of the episodes
for nothing, promoting
like
the artist
cool.
is fantastic.
Like when they had like Somewhere Out There by Our Lady Peace on there, I'm like, okay, it's a good song. Then they'll do like Lifehouse or something, do another one. It's like, but then after a while, it just becomes predictable, and it's like, okay, 3, 2, 1, dramatic song, and then it's like it was very CW-ish before.
Well, This Is Us does it a lot too, and they pull a bunch from alternative and modern folk, and I just happen to really dig those styles of music, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's when you tell it's just part of the recipe. You're ticking off boxes, and as someone who plays music, just having that platform to where I know it's big for people to land songs in those shows, and I'm very happy for them. But
at a certain point,
how
for me,
Breaking Bad does it works for me. They sprinkle it on.
Breaking Bad does it if it works for the episode and the time and all that, and if it adds something to it. Which again, it's weird to compare Smallville and Breaking Bad together, but
it's
where
they're both
Smallville, it felt more like shoehorned, where it's like, okay, we're about 2 minutes away from credits, let's get the rights to a song and play it, which is fine. Smallville's that kind of show. It's not as heavy-handed as Breaking Bad is. In a lot of ways, it's kind of a bad comparison.
Which, coming up, since we're talking about Smallville, there is some Smallville news.
Oh, yeah,
the Infinite Crisis on the Arrowverse.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the guy who plays Clark?
Tom Welling.
Yeah, Tom Welling. His character, his Superman is going to be in the Arrowverse along with a bunch of other iterations of your favorite DC heroes. It's an Elseworld type deal going on. So he gets that's some good closure for him because he played that role for a while.
Yeah,
and he never really sported the S on his chest like people wanted him to.
So like the very end.
Yeah.
Well, all right. October 17th, got the Karate Kid. Ooh.
Which one?
It only says the Karate Kid, so I'm assuming it's the original.
Okay.
But maybe it's that newer one with
Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan.
Oh, God,
Did you watch it?
I watched a bit of it when I was at Walmart getting my oil changed.
And you weren't interested in finishing it after the fact?
Not really.
No.
It's fine. I don't know.
I'm an original kind of guy. I don't know.
October 19th, the original Men in Black, which is cool. A lot of Will Smith coming to Netflix. Got The Pursuit of Happiness. Got the Men in Black 1 and 2.
Yeah, I wonder how they work that out. I noticed some of actors come in trends.
Yeah.
A bunch of Adam Sandler movies, outside of Netflix, because he does have that Netflix deal, but a lot like the 90s Adam Sandler's came on Netflix in one swoop. So it's weird when they do that, but really good if you like that particular actor's work.
Greenhouse Academy, Season 3. The Kaminsky Method, Season 2. I mentioned those because they're different seasons, so maybe someone cares about it. I'm not familiar. Got Nailed It France and Nailed It Spain. I know my fiance likes those. It's they have a stand-up comedian and one regular chef and a special guest chef. And they give these ridiculous, unbelievably, this is impossible kind of tasks. And typically they look horrible and they laugh at them and they, ha ha ha, look how bad you are at cooking. Oh, you weren't the worst, so you get some gift, which is fine, but it looks like they're spreading it to different countries.
Sounds fun.
October 29th, Arsenio Hall, Smart and Classy.
Is that a stand-up?
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Raging Bull, October 31st.
Yeah, some Robert De Niro.
Looks like, I could have swore there was another. I thought BoJack Horseman was coming back this month. Or is that next month?
Maybe you wanted him to come back this month.
I heard something about it. This is supposed to be the last season, and I'm excited for it. Huh. It says Friday, October 25th, but I don't see it on this list.
What's the source for the list?
I'm looking at radio.com.
Maybe it was a late announcement and they published it before or something?
Maybe, but according to Radio Times, BoJack Horseman is late October. I'm not sure. If it is in October, I'm excited. If it's not in October, I'm excited. I dig that show. You actually might like that. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it's...
I think I saw the first episode. I don't remember much of it, so I'd have to take a second look.
Yeah. The first season's a little slow getting in.
Isn't he an ex-TV actor horse?
Yeah. It's very much like a rip-off the Cosby Show, like a sitcom star that no one cares about, and he's, going through a midlife crisis, more or less. It's got Will Arnett in it, Aaron Paul,
Yes.
Jesse Pinkman.
That's
Todd.
right. That's actually the reason why I checked it out.
I know one of your critiques for shows is that you don't like shows that don't have a continuing story. Like if it's just random episodes, you don't like it. But
well, it's not so much that I don't like it. It's there's got to be a hook. There's got to be a reason why I come back. If there's no reason because realistically, I watch too much stuff. I watch too many things that it kind of affects my productivity in real life. But I kind of have ADD with that. So if it doesn't hook me and get my attention or give me a reason to want to watch the next episode, besides just laughs, I can laugh anywhere. I can just watch stand-up specials all day and laugh. But it's something that makes me care about what's going on. I just gravitate to those more.
Yeah.
These shows, if they were on, that's probably most of the shows like the Shameless and Rick and Morty. Like if Adam was watching, my brother-in-law Adam was watching TV in the front room, I walk by, I'm like, oh, it's just funny, I'll sit down and watch. But if I put something on, normally I have an agenda.
BoJack is one of those shows that has a continuing story throughout it. And there might be parts of it, usually with Aaron Paul's character, where it's a little more random, but it's still connected in a lot of ways. So,
okay.
And it gets pretty deep too. That it has its somber moments too, and it gets pretty offensive, which is what I love about it. Especially as it goes. Where
I do like Will Arnett too. I'll put it on the list.
Yeah, it's Like, there's a scene in it where there's an episode where women start to feel unsafe, so they start carrying guns with them. Like, there's a big fad with women and guns.
Hey.
Bad news. Did you hear about the mass shooting outside Tulsa?
Oh, terrible tragedy. Thoughts and prayers. We really have to do something about these men who just go
No, PC, this time it was a woman.
A woman mass shooter? Oh, no. That really is bad news.
I just think this is what happens when you give women guns. They start shooting people with them. I mean, do they even know what guns are for?
I don't feel safe anymore walking down my own street alone at night. Me, a man.
I am convening a series of congressional hearings on the matter of women and guns, because even one death from the bullet of a female gun owner is too many.
What are my constituents supposed to do? Not compliment random women on the street because they might be carrying a gun? We cannot allow our lives to be dictated by that kind of fear.
So you see, the trigger was specifically designed for a man's grip and a man's temperament.
Look, all I'm saying is, maybe you shouldn't blame women for wanting guns. Maybe you should blame the constant societal messaging that tells us we are safe only as long as the men around us allow us to be. So if you have a problem with women carrying firearms, you can roll up your sleeves and actually work to create a society where women feel safe and equal. Or you can just ban all guns.
The ayes have it. Possession of any firearm is now illegal in the state of California. We did it, boys.
Huzzah! Congratulations. Fabulous.
I really thought that was going to go the other way.
Wow, Diane, you just passed sensible gun legislation.
I can't believe this country hates women more than it loves guns.
I don't know.
No, I get
cover,
it. I'm just a fan of women carrying guns.
Yeah, and they cover abortion and all that. It gets pretty deep, but in very funny ways. So I dig that. The article I read on Radio Public said it'll be split in 2 parts. Season 6 will start part 1 October 25th, and part 2 will start in January of 2020. So if that's true, and it's not on this other site that I'm looking at, so maybe it is a late announcement. Yeah, this is posted September 25th. It's not that long ago. Oh well, we'll see. Either way, I'm excited for it. Leaving Netflix, we got, what do we got? Casper. Why are they having Casper leave? It's October.
Casper's actually going over to Hulu.
Oh, yeah, okay. Pineapple Express. Again, I'm skipping some. The Dukes of Hazzard, that looks like the movie. The Sisterhood of Traveling Pants, 1 and 2. The Imitation Game. That's that Benedict Cumberbatch World War II movie.
I want to watch that. I
It's
heard it did
supposed to
well.
be good.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really good, but I
also feel like I just want to watch more of his work, you know?
Have you seen Sherlock?
No, I haven't seen RDJ Sherlock either.
Sherlock is very good.
Yeah,
Benedict
I heard
Cumberbatch is very
the
good.
TV show.
The editing and the camera work is next level.
Nice.
There's a bit in the books. Eventually, Sherlock gets a drug problem, and in the show, he also develops a drug problem. And the way things change, because part of it is you can see what he's thinking, like these thought bubbles, and it's so clever the way they do it. But when he's inebriated, it's all fucked up and everything's inverted, and there's so many hidden ways to it.
Nice.
Plus, Martin Freeman's in it, and the seasons are really short. They're only 3 episodes a season, but the episodes are like an hour and a half long.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's each season is like a Godfather movie or type deal.
Yeah, but it's very good, and they take forever putting the seasons out, but they're really well made. And otherwise, Benedict is also in the Hobbit movies. He plays Smaug, the dragon, which is cool because Martin Freeman's also in that as Bilbo. So you get like a weird Sherlock reuniting within the Hobbit movie. which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's Netflix. You want to cover Hulu next, or whatever you want to cover?
Yes, we'll trade off. Over on the Green brand, Hulu, and there's something about October 1st, but I think Hulu is because they do the premium channels too. So depending on your subscription package, certain movies are going to be available to you. All the Alfred Hitchcock movies, because Halloween's coming up. The classic, the Rear Window, the Birds, Psycho, movies like this are going to be available through Stars, but you can get it on Hulu. But on October 1st, there's around 120 programs, series or movies in general that's going to be available.
Oy.
I just went through and I grabbed some that caught my attention. Be Cool, the Blade trilogy, all 3 movies, Boys in the Hood, Crash, which was an Academy Award winner, Greg for You, Face Off, right? Get
Nicolas
Shorty,
Cage.
yeah, Get Shorty,
I heard
Platoon.
I heard they're doing a remake of Face Off, or they're talking about it.
Are they?
Which I don't know how to feel about that. That's like, why?
But I feel like, how the WWE always goes back to the Attitude Era?
Mm-hmm.
I think Hollywood's doing this right now. The Bad Boys 3 and all they're just continuing on things that happened in the 90s. A lot of the revamps, Disney with all the revamps, to add new continuities. They announced another Matrix.
I saw.
Yeah, they're just going backwards. It's the trend right now. October 1st, you can also get Rain Man. If you haven't been one of the regretful people, you can always catch Snakes on a Plane. The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, I love this fucking movie. That one's really done well.
Yeah, that's good.
If you need a fix for the scary stuff, you can get Hellraisers 1, 3, or 4. They come out on October 1st. Saw 1, 2, and 6. 1963 is The Haunting. And if you're in that Keanu Reeves mood, Constantine is going to be available.
Constantine's good. Plus, it's got Rachel Weisz in it. Ooh. And I love anything with her in it.
Well, then you can definitely check that out on Hulu.
Yeah. Yeah, like Mummy 1 and 2 and all that. And it's good stuff.
October 2nd, speaking of good stuff, is an Amazing Grace, which is an Aretha Franklin concert documentary. Nice. October 3rd, Almost Family. October 4th, Into the Dark, Uncanny Annie, which kind of feels like a Jumanji horror movie. You're stuck you're stuck playing this game. And
what's
shit.
Danny DeVito doing inside my body?
Yeah, that's a fucking horror movie. Light as a Feather, Season 2, which is also another horror type deal dealing with getting stuck in a game. One Trick Ponies. Saints and Sinners is also October 4th. October 5th, you got Drunk History, Season 6.
I'm excited for that.
I know
that's the second part of it, too.
Yeah.
I dig that.
That's right. Missing Link with Hugh Jackman and Zach Galifianakis will also be available on October 5th. October 9th, Megan Levy. October 11th, Little Monsters, which I'm kind of intrigued about. It's a field trip, and they stumble upon the world of zombies. So this lady's trying to keep all the kids alive as they have to weave through this fucking new world. And it's done like a comedy too. So they make it look light. October 11th, also Trespassers. October 13th, The Last Face. October 14th, Letterkenny, Season 7.
Yeah, also, that's that show I keep seeing the ads about.
I've never heard of this show before, but it looks good. It's a Canadian sitcom.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's hockey involved, and I dig hockey. I feel like if you like Goon, you'll probably like this. October 20th is Season 7 of Catfish. If you want to see more people make more mistakes. October 21st, if you like
Jesus.
anime, there's season 9 of Fairy Tail.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, you like it?
It's okay. I caught the first few. It wasn't bad, but after a while, I just got kind of bored of it. Like longer animes kind of lose my attention after a while. Like I binged probably 400 episodes of One Piece, and after a while, it's like I'm barely halfway through it, and this is like a couple years ago. So I'm like, and it's still going, and it's just like, okay, this is gonna take up my life.
They just keep cashing those checks.
Yeah, shorter animes like Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, stuff like that.
That's more
I
your
dig it.
wheelhouse.
Yeah, Soul Eater's pretty good. Just short and sweet. I can move on to the next one. I'm fine with it, but
That's fair.
nothing wrong with Naruto and Bleach and Inuyasha and One Piece and all that. But after a while, it's just like, okay, let's move on. Dragon Ball Z might be the exception just because I grew up on that, but
Yeah, that's like the fucking throne for anime anyways. October 22nd is Benjamin. It's like an indie film. October 23rd is season 2 of Castle Rock. Do you know about the show, Greg?
no, I don't.
It's a psychological horror series from Stephen King and J.J. Abrams. I had no idea. Number one, I never expected those two names to be in the same sentence. But it makes me want to check it the fuck out.
I've been hearing little snippets about them working together, but I never really paid attention to it. But
That's
that
a
might be what it
fantastic
is.
team up. October 26th is Killing Zoe. It's a movie about some fucking heist. And yeah, that's it for Hulu, Greg.
Okay.
I don't know
I'll
what's
move on.
leaving. If you go to look for something and it's not there, that shit happens. I didn't catch all my Spider-Man the Animated Series before Hulu took it away. And I want you to know I have empathy. I've been there. But fucking buy the DVDs.
Yeah. There's a thing about, where you're just streaming everything, where you're kind of like borrowing or leasing all of it, where you're not buying the movies. You're just like, well, I got Netflix, so there's no point in buying the movie.
Terrible.
But there's something about like PlayStation Now and the Xbox services and all that, and Netflix and Hulu, where you could just pay these flat fees just to play the games, but you don't own them. There's something nice about physically owning it, just knowing, like, I don't know.
No, I definitely I'm on your team. I'm all about if I can get a physical copy of it.
Yeah.
If I like it, why wouldn't I want to have it? That and I want these people to get their money because they've earned it.
All right. Well, should we move on to DVDs or?
Yeah, we'll switch it over to you, Greg. Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
A digital video disc. I think that's what it stands for. I hope so.
We'll roll with it.
Blu-ray and DVD releases for October. The first, Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes.
I already bought it on digital, so. And it comes with, and they're going to mail it to me, which is nice. So.
Oh, does it do it that way?
You have the option to. If you go through Vudu, I don't know how it is through like Amazon, but.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Buy it. You can buy early access, like only digital for like $20, or you can get like the Blu-ray and DVD thing with it also, but also get the digital copy for like $25. So it's like, yeah, I'll just do that.
I didn't know it did that because I always waited for the Blu-ray to come out so I can get it with the digital code. I didn't know you could do it the other way. That's exciting.
Yeah, there's the option, and then they just mail it to you. Like when I got Aquaman through Vudu, I got a little Aquaman keychain with it, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And all right, we got Charmed.
Okay.
Is that a reboot?
It
says Charmed on DVD. It looks like a reboot.
I mean, good for them, I guess. I mean, they did redo Veronica Mars, so.
Oh, yeah. Chernobyl, the HBO limited series is coming out. This is all October 1st.
Okay.
Have you seen Chernobyl, or did you skip that?
You know, I remember when it was coming out, because it was starting up a little bit after Game of Thrones ended.
Yeah, like right after, almost like a week or maybe the week of, but
yeah, I never got a chance to sit down with it. I think
it's supposed to be really good, but from what I've heard, everybody say like it's not one of those shows you want to watch, but it's just really good. So,
okay,
I mean,
that's fair.
Through the years, I've read a bit about Chernobyl, so I'm kind of already pretty familiar with it. So it's going to be very grotesque, gory.
Oh, I don't expect anything less than that.
So it's just not something not something I just want to sit down and, feel like watch it for a couple hours. So I'll probably skip it, but knowing that it's good, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it's good. Doom Patrol, the first season, that's that DC subscription service show. Have not seen that yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the new DC shows.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
But yeah, also, I mean, I don't feel like I want that streaming service. So there's kind of that.
Yeah, I mean, they got that Teen Titans show on there and all that too.
Yeah. Swamp Thing.
Got a Scooby-Doo return to Zombie Island.
Ooh.
Why would they return? That is probably...
There was another mystery. Well, there's the mystery within the mystery.
This is going to be a bit of a hot take. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is probably my favorite, like, spooky movie. Otherwise, I love that movie. I mean, I grew up on Scooby-Doo, and that movie is awesome.
Zoinks.
Yeah, that's an old movie. Now I think about it.
Yeah, no, it's a good time. I like it. It's fun that they did a second one, huh?
It looks like it, yeah. They got a spider in the web.
Or they could have just said spider at home,
Yeah. All right, October 8th. That's a Tuesday. Toy Story 4 comes out.
I have yet to see it. I need to see it.
It's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it yet either.
I heard it was sad. Like it was like Toy Story, the franchise has always gotten deep, like profound to what you're feeling with your childhood and shit. And as an adult, because there is, adult context going throughout it as far as serious situations. But I heard Toy Story 4 especially tug some heartstrings.
I was one of those people that was kind of happy with how it ended with the third one. When I heard about Toy Story 4, I kind of just wrote it off. But it's, with the first one, it's more about sharing and all that kind of stuff. Like, the themes grow as you grow. And the second one is finding new friends. Well, the first one was about that too, but, acceptance and things change and all that. The third one is you're going to college, giving up your stuff. So you're kind of seeing it through Andy's eyes if you're at that age group. And the fourth one apparently is more of Woody as a father figure to this new toy. And so in a way, they take that arc from Andy at college, because a lot of those people are going to be dealing with fatherhood, like I am. And now you're seeing Woody deal with that too. So they're kind of planning that out.
And he has that reunion with Bo Peep.
Yeah.
And we've missed her in the franchise. So that was cool to see in the trailer. I'm very excited to watch it.
Yeah. I guess Keanu Reeves is supposed to be in it also.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be pretty cool. Annabelle Comes Home, also October 8th. I don't really have any real thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the first Conjuring. It was pretty good, but haven't seen any of the other ones. The Deadwood movie is coming out. That's one of those that's on my list. The HBO series Deadwood.
Okay.
Have not watched it, and they put out a movie a little bit ago, and I gotta watch that. Vikings season 5.
I've heard
Volume 2.
Vikings is a really good investment of time.
Vikings is good. From what I've seen, it's good. Crawl comes out
That looks
October
good.
15th.
God damn, that looks good.
I've heard very good things about it, actually. It's supposed to be pretty short and sweet. It's supposed to be a nice watch. Alligator.
The house is
alligators
flooding.
in your flooding house. Is it Stuber? It's Dave Bautista and Kumail Nanjiani. I'm sure I mispronounced that name, but
have you seen this movie?
I have not.
I loved it. I saw it in theaters. Because I gotta support Batista, Blue Tista. You know what I'm saying? I gotta support that motherfucker. I like him as an actor. I laughed so hard throughout this movie. Did you just shoot a gun off?
I sneezed.
Oh, goddamn! Well, bless you. I should have put on my bulletproof backpack for that one.
Yeah.
This movie was so fucking funny. The action scenes were reminiscent of Jackie Chan for me, where there was a lot of prop work. But it just, for me, it didn't fall short of any expectations. It was better than I thought it'd be. I was really happy with that. The plot is Batista plays a cop who has LASIK surgery, so he's blind, but he's also found out information regarding one of his most cared about cases, and he's got to crack this case. The drop is that night. He's blind because of the LASIK surgery, and he gets an Uber to drive him around while he tries to solve the crime. And it's fucking hysterical. I was very happy with it.
Nice.
But it didn't do too well in the box office, which made me kind of sad.
Yeah, it was pretty early summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was It was like right after Endgame and stuff like that.
Especially when you're getting people seeing Endgame 12 times.
Oh yeah, I saw it like 4.
All right, well that's coming out October 15th, also on a Tuesday. Teen Titans Go versus the original Teen Titans DVD. I was actually surprised with the original Teen Titans Go, the movie. The show doesn't do a lot for me.
Yeah, you said you liked the movie.
Yeah, it's pretty damn funny. It's got a ton of like superhero inside jokes, which is it's. I was fully not expecting to like it. Like I saw it, it was like $3 on Black Friday. Bought it for the kids. I watched it. I was laughing so goddamn hard. The kids were just looking at me like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Dude, this is fucking hilarious." Like, there's so many. It's so goddamn funny. Yeah, that's where Teen Titans Go face off with the original Teen Titans from Cartoon Network. I'm not sure what to think of that.
How does that work with Beast Boy? Like, isn't he the same? Voice actor?
So, yeah, it's mostly the same voice actors as far as I know. I'm not sure how that'll go. We'll have to see. October 22nd, you got The Lion King, the reboot.
Okay. I'll wait for Disney Plus.
Bloodline, that's that Sean William Scott movie. That just came out in theaters. Like,
I didn't know he was acting in movies again.
I've been seeing some reviews of his new movie, Bloodline, but I haven't looked him up yet. But over the last couple of days, some reviews have come out, so it's weird to see it come out so soon.
Must have flew under the radar so much to where they were just like, just push it.
Veronica Mars, it looks like the reboot. It doesn't say the season or anything. Or did they make a movie?
I think they're doing the show again. I think they did a movie and then now they're doing the show again.
I know on Hulu they started it back up. It's one of those shows that's on my list. I'm pretty sure I'd like it. So
I don't recall watching it. or at least the original. But I'm such a big fan of Kristen Bell that I kind of just want to watch it based off of that.
Did you hear about the Ghost Rider development?
It got canceled.
They were talking
they're not
about
making it or something.
Planning on doing a Ghost Rider reboot, like TV show.
Yeah,
and
based
Kevin
off
Feige,
of the Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and Kevin Feige told them not to do it because they plan on having Ghost Rider in the MCU movies.
They fucking should. He absolutely needs to be in that movie. Or any movie.
I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. I hope it's Nicolas Cage. It probably won't be.
It definitely won't be. They'll go with a younger guy.
I love Nicolas Cage goddamn much.
I'd be okay if it was the one who played him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was a really big fan of how they did. I think it's Robbie Reyes. I don't want to get the name wrong, but I probably already did. But I feel like that's close. But regardless, he did a really good job, and it's truthful to the comics, to an extent. But I heard they're reworking all the live action. I mean, because they got the Disney Plus, but then the Netflix characters, I heard they're just doing a whole bunch of work with that. Like, those characters are not going to be forgotten.
Yeah. All right, then we got Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Looks like an animated movie. So, that might be worth checking out.
Yeah, they always do good
Otherwise,
on their animated.
that's really it. There's a few movies coming out on the 29th, but there's Series 1 of A Discovery of Witches. I'm not sure what that is, but it's rated at 8.1, so I'm kind of going by ratings to vary off of if they're worth mentioning. A lot of them don't seem to be, so.
Well, what are you going to do?
But yeah, those are the DVD releases for October.
All right. Well, in the video game world for October, I'm surprised that it's this busy. They're not doing too bad over there in that industry.
Yeah, October, November typically are pretty good months for video games.
Yeah, we got all this Christmas shopping to do. Starting out the month of October, on the 1st, we have Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, which is another expansion.
That'll be interesting because it's the first add-on or anything to do with Destiny that does not involve Activision.
Really?
It's just straight Bungie.
I mean, me personally, I have Destiny 2. I enjoy the fuck out of it.
I had it for a little bit, and then I ran out of the internet, and I got rid of it. So
yeah, that's the thing. It's so I wasn't ready for this. Was my first online game, online.
Yeah,
where I'm trying to play the campaign, and when you're in that side world to get to the campaign, you're pretty much stuck in limbo. You're just there with a whole bunch of fucking online cats. I was like, I'm trying to kill this motherfucker, not you. So it was weird to get used to, but I still feel like with the weapons and the character and different characters you can use and your abilities, it was a pleasant experience. I enjoyed it a bunch. I didn't get the last one, the last expansion pack, so it'll probably be some time before I get this one. But you can get that on a PS4, Xbox One, or PC.
It's also on Stadia, from what I've heard.
Is it?
A lot of these new games are going to be on Stadia, I guess. It's a big thing now.
Well, good for Google.
Or they're going to start supporting more games.
I like to try. I want to try to at least see what it's going to play like. And I don't have Wi-Fi, so it's going to be a very interesting experience when I do it. But I like the innovation. I like the idea. I mean, I do like my streaming services, so I mean, who knows? October 4th, we got the remastered Ghostbusters video game for the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. I'm sure Stadia as well. October 4th as well, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
I've heard a lot of hype about this, but
that's because Wildlands was so goddamn good. So this is supposed to be. A lot of people didn't like Wildlands. At least the Ghost Recon purists didn't like it. It was Wildlands was very different than what we've seen, in its original state. Which it's like the God of War thing. When you rework the engine, if it's smooth, it works, and it expands upon what you can do in the actual game. I don't see where it's too much of an issue. I had fun with this reformat. I'm excited to try Breakpoint. So,
yeah, it's got John Bernthal in it. And,
that's right. Which good move.
And I
good
was
fucking move.
Yeah. The last couple of years, I've been really into Rainbow Six Siege and bought Tom Clancy's The Division 2, and that's pretty fun. So I might check this out later down the line.
They, the Tom Clancy's umbrella. It feels like such a 2000s thing, and I'm very impressed that it's been able to sustain this life.
Yeah, especially with things like Battlefield and Call of Duty going on, in that genre of military shooters. I think these stand out because they're mostly third person. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, me too. I know my younger cousin, he was incredibly big into Wildlands, and he's excited for this, so I might get it just to play with him.
Right on.
October 8th, the Alliance Alive HD Remastered. That's going to be on the PS4 and the Switch. Also, this is just the PS4 on October 8th, is the Concrete Genie. I wish I could tell you more about that one, but nothing about its name makes me want to know more. Actually, dude, October 8th is a pretty good day. We have Indivisible on PS4, Xbox One, and the PC. Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince, PS4, Xbox One, the works. On October 11th, we have Grid. That's going to be on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Overwatch, Legendary Edition. It's the Nintendo Switch on October 15th. I know you're an Overwatch fan, aren't you?
Yeah. 15th is a big day for the Switch. They got The Witcher 3 coming out and Overwatch coming out on the 15th.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited for that.
And it's the complete edition of The Witcher 3. Nintendo's going to get hit up. They're also getting Little Town Hero and Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth complete edition. But that's on the Switch and the PC. Little Town Hero is the 16th. Digimon Story is the 18th. Also on the 18th is Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for the Neighborville. Ring Fit Adventure on the Switch. WWE 2K20 comes out on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC on October 22nd. Which, I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, I'd probably get Plants vs. Zombies over that, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Plants vs. Zombies, I've been playing it since the first one. Like, I've had it on my phone, I've had it on my Nintendo DS.
It's a fun game. It's a fun game for a time killer.
Yeah. And lately, like, what was it? The last one was like Plants vs. Zombies Modern. It was like a parody of Modern Warfare, where now it's like third person and it's online and you shoot each other, but you're like corn on the cob, and instead of an artillery strike, it's a fucking artillery strike of butter.
Oh my goodness!
It's stupid. It's stupid shit like that.
That's fun.
But I had a lot of fun with that one, and this one seems kind of like a return to their last one, where it's online and it's like a third-person shooter.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
Very kid-friendly, so that should be fun.
Yeah, I remember. Kids would play it, and the girl I was with at the time, her son was playing it, and I played it with him. It's a good time. That throwing butter is a neat bit of humor. October 25th on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC is my most awaited game of this month. For damn sure, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the reboot. I've played both weekends, the alpha and the beta weekends.
Oh yeah,
I had nothing but fun throughout my time with it. I'm just so goddamn excited. It plays smooth as fuck. Exclusively for the PS4 is Medieval. That's on October 5th as well, alongside the Outer Worlds. What is this? The Outer Worlds.
That one.
What is this, Greg?
This is from the original creators of Fallout.
Okay.
It's after Fallout 76 came out, and it's that online game, and it was glitchy as fuck, and everyone got mad. They shortly after announced this game, where it's very much got that Fallout vibe, kind of mixed with BioShock in a way.
Okay.
Not so much the horror, but like the aesthetic where you're traveling to different planets, but it's got that kind of humor to it. Between this and another game are probably like my most anticipated for the month. So
did we not get to that game yet?
Not yet. No.
Well, you stopped me when we get to this game. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce that. Does Gay 4 Complete Plus for the PS4 and Switch October 29th? I'm sorry if I definitely butchered that, but the makers, I mean, if you could puke out a word, it would definitely look like that. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't eat your veggies. Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 will be making its way to the Switch on October 29th.
Yeah.
Also, Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz HD on the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Vampire on the Switch. And Yakuza 4 on the PS4. All on October 29th.
Yeah,
I think I know
that one should be fun.
I think I know which one you're excited for. Is it Luigi's Mansion 3?
I am excited for that, but it's not what I was thinking of.
Well, what do you have that I don't have?
After Party.
When does that come out?
October 29th, from what I remember. It's a PS4. On our top 10 video games, one of the honorable mentions that I had, but I didn't really mention, was this game called Oxenfree.
Ollie Ollie?
It's kind of a... Jesus Christ. It's kind of like a narrative, you choose your dialogue. The story is really cool, and it's spooky, again, because for some reason I like fucking spooky games. It's a very spooky game, and there's a lot of ways the game can play out, and this is from that same developer, where, from what I understand, you play as these two dead people, and you're in hell, and you're trying to outdrink Satan. And I'm like, okay, I'm in. So
that's fair.
I'm excited for that. And I'm also excited for Luigi's Mansion. I mean, it's hard not to be.
I love that.
The first two
series.
games are good.
I remember I remember playing the first one when I was a kid, just being amazed by it. It was such a fun time.
From what I've heard, there's supposed to be 8-player mode on somewhere in Luigi's Mansion. I'm not sure how. But...
Do they run it like zombies on Call of Duty, where you're just trying to catch all the ghosts before it gets too crazy? Like survival mode?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard any other real details about it, other than that there was supposed to be an 8-player mode within the game.
Interesting.
So maybe they'll wait for the review to discuss that, but it's a very big game. It's a very big month for games. So
yeah.
I'm very excited.
Well, that wraps up the video games.
Yeah. All right, I'll cover TV premieres for October. So this is probably going to be mixed with Netflix and Hulu, so I'll try to skip that if I can. October 1st, Sorry for Your Loss. That's exclusively on Facebook.
What, the Facebook Watch?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, the only other show I know that they're bringing on that is they're rebooting The Real World, and that'll be on Facebook exclusively.
Okay, they can leave it the fuck on Facebook and not on my timeline or wall, whatever the fuck they call it.
Let's see, October 2nd, SEAL Team. That's on CBS, 9 p.m. It's got that dude from Bones. I don't know.
Okay, fair.
That's kind of what
dude from Bones got a job.
Yeah. October 4th, Goliath. That's an Amazon show. Season premiere of The Blacklist on NBC. I tried watching that. I just wasn't into it.
I know people like it. I haven't checked it out, so I'm ignorantly indifferent.
It's like this criminal dude, and he's just infinitely smarter than anyone else, which is fine, but after a while, it's like, okay, where's the conflict? I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm sure there is. I mean, this is the pilot, but it just took me out of it. After watching that, I just wasn't that interested in it, but who knows?
There was no
Maybe
struggle.
I'm missing out on something. Yeah. Season premiere of WWE SmackDown on Fox. This is actually kind of a big deal. Like,
it's a very big deal. It's at least in that
especially
world.
For wrestling.
Yeah,
but it's going to shake up a lot of different things. One thing I'm curious about is, will Fox have a say in the Saudi Arabia stuff? Like, if things get controversial again, if they, kill another journalist and blame it on self-defense, like, oh, we sawed him in pieces and put him in a garbage bag because he punched one of us. It's like, nah, you killed him. I captured him.
I'm over here like, what kind of garbage bag was it?
Yeah.
Was it the Force Flex?
That was another. Apparently, there's audio of it, of them chopping him up.
Why does anybody want to listen to that?
It'll be interesting to see if Fox kind of puts their foot down with Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure. We'll see. October 6th on the CW. This is a big month for the CW. This is when all their stuff comes back. Batwoman on the CW series premiere. Kids Say the Darndest Things on ABC. That's a reboot.
I thought that was your further commentary on Batwoman.
No,
Batwoman's coming to TV. Kids Say the Darndest Things.
It makes you wonder if they'll have Bill Cosby via like video conference, like Skype, asking him that. Because, he did the original. Let's see. Supergirl, the CW, season premiere. Season premiere of The Walking Dead. That's AMC. Madam Secretary, CBS. Black Lightning, October 7th, the CW season premiere.
I watched season 1, and I really liked it. So I'll watch season 2 and then work my way to 3. So that's cool.
Yeah, October 8th, The Flash premiering on the CW. Season premiere of Riverdale, CW. My fiance just started watching that and binged it all in like a week, so she'll probably be pretty excited to see that. Let's see, Supernatural, the final season is on CW.
The
October
final
10th.
season.
They've been going for a while. I've seen the vast majority of it. The last couple seasons, I've kind of got out of it. Not because I don't like it, but my fiance rewatches the series every October because it's her Halloween tradition. And I've just,
you've seen a lot of it.
It's just one of those things. Yeah, it's just one of those things where someone just watches the episodes without you and you just kind of missed out on it. But I'm excited it's ending, but they are doing a spin-off, which will be interesting. But
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
they'll make money doing it.
Supernatural's, it's a pretty consistent show. I mean, the first few seasons are probably the best, but they're running out of stuff to kill.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the problem with any show going on this long is when you've done so much of this, what are you going to keep doing? But I mean, I think that's the character investment and, knowing how to work your plot to where you can even get that kind of lifespan. But yeah, it's a great show. I love watching it.
At a certain point, I kind of stopped I mean, the risk gets taken out because they'll die. Sam and Dean will die, but they're coming back one way or another through some weird ass way.
The show's called Supernatural.
It's interesting to see how they do it, but basically everyone they meet dies, more or less, in horrible fashion. But it's the characters themselves, Sam and Dean and the supporting cast. They're fucking fantastic. They got charisma right up the balls. So it's, God, how many seasons do they have? I know it's up there.
It's double digits for sure, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm going to type it in.
Like 12?
15.
15. God damn. 15 seasons.
Yeah, so it's good on them. They outlasted the WB. They premiered on WB and they continued on CW.
Nice.
So they're definitely a legacy.
You know what's cool about 15 seasons of that show is the actors never got, or at least seemingly, I mean, if you go 15 years, you're not having fun making that show. Like, it had to have been worth it all this time. And they must have really loved those characters they were playing.
From what I could tell, all the Comic-Cons,
they're all
they still want to do it.
Yeah. They're all up and down those conventions.
Yeah. Speaking of legacies, though, because I mentioned that, season premiere of Legacies on the CW.
Nice. What's that
No
about?
idea.
It's about families?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's a vampire show.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Series premiere October 11th of The Birch. That's another Facebook show. This is weird. Facebook's getting TV shows now.
Yeah, what a world we're living in.
What's next? Fucking MySpace will have a reboot of Cheaters.
Yo, MySpace has lost like 500,000 songs or something like this. Oh, a ridiculous number of songs that people have posted.
Didn't Justin Timberlake buy MySpace a while ago?
Yeah, the idea was to reformat it as like a source for musicians and artists to go to be connected.
All right.
Yeah.
No idea.
It was an attempt.
Also, October 11th, Charmed season premiere. So that looks like it is a reboot because Charmed ended a while ago.
Yeah, and it wasn't that bad of a show.
It looks, wasn't bad. October 15th, Arrow. Isn't that the final season also?
Yeah, I believe so.
Another Facebook watch, Limetown. Who cares about Facebook watch? I'm not gonna mention it. Oh wow, I didn't know it. October 20th, Watchmen on HBO.
Yes, I've been waiting for this for quite some time.
Yeah, that'll be good. October 21st, Catherine the Great series premiere also on HBO. I'll probably check that out because history. And season premiere of Silicon Valley
with
do they have TJ Miller back on there or RJ Miller, whatever his name is?
TJ Miller, yeah.
After all that woman beating he was doing.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of it and I had a really good time watching it. It's funny as fuck. So support.
Yeah, it's very good. And yeah, that's it. Miss Fletcher on HBO also October 27th. And that's it for TV releases.
Well, Greg, would you like to know what's coming in theaters?
No, there's nothing we're going to review or nothing we're excited about, so it's pointless.
Nothing. There's absolutely nothing going on in Hollywood. They actually took the month off.
Nothing controversial.
They took a union break. Yeah, they just said, you know what, fuck it. October 4th, I'm going to mention this before I mention that. And there is a bunch throughout this month scattered. There's a bunch of limited runs in theaters. I won't get into them. It's not independent work it's fine. I love it. Please look it up. But in the interest of time, the only one I truly care about right now is Dolomite Is My Name. It's going to be released in theaters, and then it's going to be moved to Netflix. It's a Netflix movie starring Eddie Murphy. And I am so fucking excited for this movie. The trailer just had me laughing. It looks like Eddie Murphy in his prime.
Huh.
And then for Friday, October 4th, we have the controversial Joker movie.
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
Send in the clowns.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how controversial it is. I mean,
Yeah, I think people need to calm the fuck down. But I feel like that with a lot of things. Are we going to see this? I'm going to be up next weekend.
yeah. I was either gonna see it on the premiere or over the weekend, so I'll probably do that.
Are you going to go to the AMC or the Marcus Theater?
Probably the AMC because I gotta work,
Okay, that's
so
fair.
I can just go to work afterwards.
Well, you let me know and I'll meet you there.
All right, sounds good.
All right, then
And then next week we'll do our take on that movie. So if you see the movie, come check us out next week.
And if not,
Yeah.
there's going to be a shit ton of spoilers. We're going to talk about it all.
Yeah, so it might be better to
Yeah.
maybe check us out the first few minutes and then get the hell out of there. You know.
Yeah, just get what you can. Set up a camera and duck out.
Yeah.
The following week, October 11th, we have the animated feature, The Addams Family, which didn't intrigue me at all.
Yeah.
Are you excited for it?
Yeah. Not really.
I don't know.
I think I was a bit too young for it when it came out, and I just never got that interested in it. So, I mean,
The Addams Family ain't bad. It's I think what the way they made it look, at least in the trailer, it didn't entice me to want to watch it. But as a kid, I enjoyed it. It was fine. It was fun. The hand going around was always funny. But we have Gemini Man coming out on that Friday too.
Gemini Man.
Do you know about this movie?
Nope.
It's the Will Smith movie.
Oh, the one where he'll probably have a makeout scene with his younger self.
Yeah, it's pretty much Will Smith if he was in Logan. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
it's a Will Smith circle jerk.
Yeah, he was cloned, so now the younger him is trying to kill him. Kind of like, Logan and Looper kind of toyed with the idea a little bit. I'll probably watch it. I probably won't go to theaters for it.
Yeah.
Jaxie is coming out October 11th too. It's pretty much her, but if the phone really didn't give a fuck about you. You know, I'm talking about the Joaquin Phoenix movie.
The one where he's in love with the computer?
Yes. This movie is like that movie, but the phone just wants to be a dickhead.
Where the phone's like an asshole to him.
Yeah.
Where it's like calling him names and shit when he's asking it questions.
Yeah, embarrassing the motherfucker at work.
Yeah.
October 15th, my bad. Tuesday is the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I'll be going to see that. October 18th on that Friday is Jojo Rabbit, which this kind of looks fun, Greg. I think I don't mean
it's
to
another one
stereotype
of
you,
those
but I feel like you're gonna
controversial
watch it.
movies. A lot of people seem to be either mad that it's got Hitler in it, or they're mad that they're not taking the Nazis seriously enough. So it's like there's no in between. Like, how can you win?
It's the Americans they're trying to please. I think number one,
it looks really good.
I adore Sam Rockwell, probably in an unhealthy way. Like, I really love this fucking guy. Scarlett Johansson's in it. She plays the mother in the film who has a Jewish kid, hidden to protect them. Taika Waititi from Thor Ragnarok. Go ahead.
And A Hunt for the Wilder People is another movie he directed. Yeah. That's a good one.
He's going to be in the next Suicide Squad. He's going to be doing Love and Thunder, the next Thor movie. This guy, I like what he does. He's playing Hitler, and he's helming the movie. He's got it on his shoulders. I'm curious. I'm excited. On that
Looks
Friday, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. So the sequel to that fucking movie. I didn't see the first one, but it's a Disney type deal. And then Zombieland Double Tap, October 18th. So that'll be fun.
I know on the 18th, probably other than the Joker, the one I'm most excited about is called The Lighthouse.
Oh yeah, that's one of those limited runs.
Yeah, it's Robert Pattinson and William Dafoe. It's all in black and white. They're stuck in a lighthouse, and it looks like they go absolutely fucking nuts.
Tell me, what's a timberman want with being a wickie?
Just looking to earn a living, just like any man. Starting new.
On the run. Keeping secrets, are you?
No, sir.
Why don't you spill your beans? Why don't you spill your beans? Why don't you spill your beans?
Or there's a sea creature or something. It's supposed to be pretty short, but...
Is this the Christopher Nolan movie?
Robert Eggers.
Okay. So then the next Robert Pattinson movie is going to be the Christopher Nolan flick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the limited runs, so you're going to want to catch that quick, Greg.
I'm pretty damn excited for it. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, but I'll probably get it later on.
It should be available pretty quickly if it's a limited run. So that's helpful.
Yes.
October 25th, we got Black and Blue, which is a story about, this is interesting to me. I kind of want to see this movie. It's got Tyrese Gibson in it. So a female African-American becomes a cop. This is only important to the plot because she's got a body cam on her. Her first day on the job, she happens to see fellow officers kill somebody. It gets caught on her body cam, and now she's trying to figure out who she can trust. And she goes back to her neighborhood, the people she trusts before she's a cop, but then they're having a hard time gelling with her because she's a cop. But now all these cops are looking to kill her because she's running because she's got the body cam on her, and they got to get that footage back because it's highly incriminating.
Yeah.
It sounds like a movie with a whole fucking shit ton of conflict. I'm very interested.
Yeah.
Countdown, which is a scary movie about an app people download, and it's going to tell them the exact moment they're going to die, and it happens that way, and very not interested.
This sounds kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, just no. And Western Stars. It's a Bruce Springsteen concert documentary. So if you like The Boss, go check it out.
I mean, I think he's kind of misunderstood. He's kind of considered this big, American hero type of dude, but a lot of his songs are protesting America in a lot of ways. So it's one of those things where I think his music is being used in the wrong way, where his song Born in the USA, everyone's like, "You're born in the USA," But then he talks about how he's being forced to kill like foreign men, that didn't do anything wrong and all this shit. But no one pays attention to that. They're just like, yeah, forget that other shit. Born in the USA. It's like, do you not have ears?
Well, I mean,
what he's talking about?
Our national anthem is about killing people, so that's just the type of nation we are. That's just...
Yeah, well, all nations are like that. Violence ain't an American thing exclusively, so...
No.
Can't take all that.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's a British game. No, I mean, we all do it. There's always dickheads in any country. But yeah, that wraps up the movie theater releases for October.
Yeah, and that pretty much wraps up the episode. I did not see AEW premiering on that thing. When does AEW premiere?
So,
they didn't have it on that list.
November?
Is it in November? I thought it was in October.
Could be October.
I think their first pay-per-view is in November. October 2nd. Yeah, that list I had didn't have it, and I completely forgot about it. So AEW, that's another wrestling promotion.
It's going to be on TNT.
Premiering on TNT on the 2nd. That's in a few days from here. So by the time this will probably actually be out that day. So check it out. Otherwise, some other... if you want to ask us questions, we're at the tail end of our episodes. We're going to start answering questions. You guys message us. So,
or if you just want us to talk about something for a random couple minutes.
Yeah. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
But don't find us at home.
Synergy Podcast. Yeah, don't be finding me at home.
No.
I'll smack the shit out you.
Oh, I'll smack the shit out you. You understand, motherfucker?
How many times must I smack you?
How many times must I hit you with my pimp hand?
1.
You're breaking my lean finger.
You smack somebody so hard you only break one finger in the middle of their hand.
Yeah. Well, otherwise, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, YouTube. Our wrestling episode, Clash of Champions, just uploaded. I have been uploading this on YouTube literally for 4 days.
Woo!
And it finally uploaded. I have no idea what the fuck took it so long. Jesus Christ, almost 100 hours. Why?
100 hours.
I have 100
no hours for 2. What a trade.
100 hours.
What a trade.
Yeah. If you like the show, help it grow. And we will see you next week.
Grow like my penis.
Yes. Yeah. Bye-bye.